All right, back at it. Don't worry that this is Algebra 1 honors. Right now we're in Chapter 1. We are reviewing Algebra 1 topics, so this is just something I had from Algebra 1 that's already created. It makes this be a little more organized. So we're going to talk about parallel and perpendicular lines today. Again, pause video anytime to take your notes and do whatever you need to do to be successful. Parallel lines are two or more lines that never intersect. Okay, they do not cross, they do not touch. All right, and we're going to kind of figure out what makes two lines parallel here with this quick example. So I'm going to graph both of these things. I'm drawing my X and Y axis on my graph right now. All right, so the first one, this is in slope-intercept form. Y equals 3/2 X minus 4. So my Y-intercept's -4, which is right here. This is positive slope, so it goes up and to the right, rise over run, up 3, right 2, up 3, right 2, up 3, right 2. So I have this green line, okay? The next line, of course, I don't want to graph until I get the Y by itself. Okay, so we'll switch over to blue for this one. So first I'm going to add my 3X to the other side. So I have 2Y equals 6 plus 3X. Then I divide by 2. Divide everything by 2. I have Y equals 3 plus 3 over 2X. So my Y-intercept is 3. Again, I'm going to go up 2, right 3, okay? Up 3, right 2. But going up 3 takes me off of the thing. So instead of going up and to the right, I'm going to do the opposite, go down and to the left, down 3, left 2, down 3, left 2. So notice now that these lines are parallel. They're never going to cross. What makes them parallel? Is this based on the graph? And you say that parallel lines have the same, and of course it's same slope, okay? This one had a slope of 3/2. This one has a slope of 3/2. Same slope makes lines parallel. Okay, so now we're going to start to write equations of these things. All right, now this is just like what we did yesterday. So in order to write a slope-intercept equation, you need to know the slope and the intercept, okay? Or the slope and a point. All right, you need to know the slope and a point. So this is just a different way that they are telling you what the slope is. All right, so find the equation of a line in slope-intercept form that goes through the point 2, 15 and is parallel to this line. Okay, well, this line has a slope of 4. So all lines parallel to this line have a slope of 4. So all that this statement is telling me is that the slope, or the m, is 4. So I know that my equation is y equals 4x. This right here is a y. Y equals 4x plus b. I just need to find that b. How am I going to find that b? Well, just like yesterday, I'm going to plug this point in. So I know that y is 15. 15 equals 4 times x is 2 plus b. So 15 equals 8 plus b. So when I minus my 8, I know that 7 equals b. All right, so my final answer of the line that is parallel to this line, y equals 4x minus 1, and goes through the point 2, 15, is y equals 4x, and instead of b, I know that b is positive or plus 7. All right, same process here, but we're going to go through with perpendicular lines. Okay, so we're going to learn a little something about perpendicular lines right now. I'm drawing my XY axis here on my graph. Okay, this line has a y-intercept of 2. It has a slope of -3/4. So that's down 3, right 4. Down 1, 2, 3, right 1, 2, 3, 4. Or it could be up 3, left 4. Okay, first of all, perpendicular lines, that's terrible. This is the symbol for perpendicular, right? They form a 90-degree angle. That's the definition of being perpendicular, 90-degree angle, okay? Sorry, I forgot to say that. I think you know that, though. All right, this line has a slope or a y-intercept of -5, -1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, this slope is positive 4/3. Sorry, I forgot to connect my dots there. positive 4/3. Up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right, 1, 2, 3, up 1, 2, 3, 4, right, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and these lines, the two lines are perpendicular. I just put perp. Their slopes are what's called opposite reciprocals. Okay, opposite reciprocals. Now, what that means, the opposite part. Opposite means that one's positive and one's negative. Okay, one's positive and one's negative. Here's the negative one. Here, of course, is the positive one. Okay, reciprocal. The reciprocal of any fraction is it flipped. Okay, the reciprocal of any fraction is just it flipped. So the reciprocal, okay, of 3 right here, 3/4. The reciprocal of 3/4 is flip it 4/3. The reciprocal of 1/3 is flip it 3/1, or just 3. The reciprocal of the number 2. If you want the reciprocal of a whole number, if it doesn't look like a fraction, make it look like 1 and then flip it. The reciprocal of 2 would be 1/2. So it's opposite, meaning one positive and one's negative, and they are also reciprocals. Notice that's what we had here. Negative 3/4 and positive, flip it 4/3. Okay. Write the equation of a line that passes through the point 10, 15 and is perpendicular. Again, this is just a different way to tell you what the slope is. I need the slope and a point to write an equation. So I'm going to get the slope based off this information. My line is perpendicular to this line. This line has a slope of negative 5/6. So I know first that my m is positive, opposite, and it's the reciprocal. So flip it over, positive 6/5. That's my slope. So I've got y equals 6/5 x plus b. I need to find that b by using this point. 15 equals 6/5 times 10 plus b. So that means that 15 equals 12 plus b. So 3 equals b. So my final answer is y equals 6/5x. Instead of b, I know that b is 3, plus 3. All right, last. Determine whether the following graphs would be parallel, perpendicular, or neither. I just need to use my knowledge of their slopes to do this. My knowledge of their slopes. So I don't know their slopes. Like, here's what people do. They look at this equation right here and they say, oh, you know what the slope of this line is? -3. But no, it's not, because the y is not by itself first. So the first thing I need to do is divide everything by 2. Okay, so y equals -3/2x plus 4. That's the actual equation of this line. So I've got positive 2/3 and -3/2. Those are opposite reciprocals. Those are perpendicular, perp. Okay, same thing. Get the y by. I know that this has a slope of -2. Get the y by itself. So I want to minus my 4x. I've got that 2y equals 10 minus 4x. Get the y by itself, divide everything by 2. And I have that y equals 5 minus 2x. So this line, the first line has a slope of -2. This line has a slope of -2. That's parallel. Okay. Here, this line has a slope of -1. I'll get this x by itself. I'll add x. I've got y equals -7 plus x. Okay, now look, this line, if you want to see it as a fraction, has a slope of -1/1. This line has a slope of, again, it's 1x, so 1/1. These are actually opposite reciprocals. -1/1 and positive flip it is still 1/1. These are perpendicular. If they were just two random numbers, like one had a slope of 3 and one had a slope of 1/2, then that'd be neither. Okay? All right. See you in class.